Hey, welcome back, tennis fans. Here we are with a news clip to discuss the US Open seedings. They are now released, and I'm here to take you through them. Look at the men's first. We have our number one seed, Daniil Medvedev. He secured that one once Rafael Nadal was defeated by Borna Coric, and Rafael Nadal, the number two seed there, Alcaraz with number 3, Tsitsipas 4, Djokovic still in there at the moment with number 5 being his seed, but will he withdraw at some point if he doesn't get allowed in to the US to compete in the tournament? It could throw another spanner in the works as we had in Australian Open, remember it well, and Kecmanovic had a sort of clear run to the 4th round. Cam Norrie making it in there into the 8th seed, which is fantastic for him. I can't wait to see who he comes up against. Maybe he can have a good run at the US Open. Hurkacz's just missing out on that one. You can see there the next 8 people. We've got Berrettini down there in 14th, probably unfamiliar position. Yannick Sinner in there as well. Carreño Busta, who's been playing well. Go to the other side. People of note in there, Dimitrov, he can sometimes cause an upset. We've got Botic van der Zandschulp. He can sometimes turn it on. We've seen him go deep in Grand Slams already, and he was the only person to take a set from Daniil Medvedev at last year's US Open. One name that we cannot ignore, Nick Kyrgios in there at number 24. That one we will be keeping our eagle eye on, seeing who he'll be facing in the first round. And another person of note, Francisco Cerundolo. Come on! One of the GTL alumni making it there. 25th seed. That's incredible. I'm so proud of him. Borna Coric, the man we've all been talking about. He's taken the Cincinnati Masters title, and he's just catapulted himself into the US Open seedings. Well done to him. And he could be a real threat in this tournament if he continues that form. Going all the way down there. We've got a few players squeezing in due to some other players not being able to get in there, and Basashvili making it in as the 32nd seed. I've taken liberty to create some danger players to look out for who are unseeded. So here are the non-seeded danger players that I'm picking on the men's side. And, well, the person that I spoke about before, Kecmanovic. This guy, when he's given the opportunity like he was at the Australian Open, made it all the way to the 4th round. He's got to the 3rd round of every other Grand Slam as well this year. Jenson Brooksby, we saw how well he played against Novak Djokovic when he had his slam appearance against him. I think he's a real contender. It being in the US, it may fire him up. And it's very uncharacteristic to see John Isner outside the top seeds. And that will be somebody nobody wants to play. The big server. I think that he could cause a real upset in this tournament. Andy Murray as well. Obviously, US Open champion in the past. Nobody's going to want to play him either. And I feel that these last two, Sebastian Korda, definitely one you don't want to be picked against. And Jack Draper, he's been having a good year. Obviously defeated Tsitsipas recently in straight sets. I definitely would not want to draw Jack Draper in that first round. I think that Jack Draper, if he gets a nice draw in this tournament, who knows? Maybe we could see a 3rd round, something like that. Maybe a 4th. Is that too much to ask? Maybe it is. Let's move over to the women's anyway. Here are the women's seedings. Iga Swiatek, the number 1. We've got Annette Kontaveit, number 2. Sakari at 3. Badoza at 4. Jabeur 5. Sabalenka 6. Halep at 7 there. She's managed to do really well lately to get herself back into those top 8 seeds. And Pegula as the number 8 seed. Muguruza just outside there, and surprised she's hanging in there, to be honest, into the top 10. Kasatkina, who's had a great year, and Raducanu there, the defending champion in number 11. Great to see her in the seeds. Interested to see who her first round opponent will be. I'm hoping it's not going to be anyone too crazy. Hoping she can get through the first few rounds. But last year, I think she played some really great players as well, and it didn't really phase her, and she looked really good in Cincinnati. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she's got. Coco Gauff in there as well. There'll be people keeping an eagle eye on her, as with Leylah Fernandez, last year's finalist. Ostapenko and Haddad Meyer there making up the top 16. Caroline Garcia, the lady that everyone's talking about, the Cincinnati champion. She's at 17th, didn't quite make it into the top half there, but I think she's one to watch. I don't think she's going to care who she plays. I feel that she could beat anybody right now on the tour. She's a real threat for the whole entire tournament in my eyes. Danielle Collins, that's another person. We haven't really seen much of her since the Australian Open final that she got defeated by Barty. Madison Keys, another person. No, JG's quite hot on her. Thinks that she's going to do pretty well in this US Open. Kvitova as well. She's just been to a final. I think Krejcikova is probably the one who's probably got the most scrutiny over her. She hasn't had a good year at all. She's just sort of dropping down the rankings, and I feel that she could come a cropper in the first round if she doesn't get a good opponent. We've got Rybakina in there and Anisimova, 24th, 25th. Azarenka, who hasn't looked great recently, obviously got absolutely obliterated by Raducanu. And we've just got down there, we got Alison Risk in there, Teichmann, Rogers, been looking good recently, and Elise Mertens making up the 32. The danger players to watch for the women's side didn't go. I had a look down the list, and I thought, based upon the level of quality in the top 32, I don't think there's as many danger players, but there are two of note. And yes, it is these two. Naomi Osaka, I know she's not been in good form, but you can't deny she's a two-time US Open champion. And if she comes to play, then you do not want to be on the court with her. And the same goes for Bianca Andreescu. I feel that if either of these come good in this tournament, they could have a run, and either of them could potentially win the US Open. I don't think it matters if they're seeded. They're that good. But that's just a quick news video just to give you the official seedings for the US Open. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and let me know what you think of my danger picks. Do you agree with them? Do you have any other ones that I've missed? Make sure to let me know in the comments section. If you haven't already, whack a like on the video, subscribe to Game to Love if you're new to the channel, and join us for the US Open draw live on Thursday.